All right, so we shall go on with our program. The next speaker will be taking the topic, enhancing education through the internet and securing the digital classroom, cyber threats in education. Enhancing education through the internet and securing the digital classroom, cyber threats in education. Our third speaker for the day is a leadership and management consultant with over 13 years of experience in helping organizations and individuals structure and grow. He is a certified John C. Maxwell coach. He's a speaker, a trainer, and a DISC human behavior analyst and consultant. This man has worked with many government and private institutions, as well as individuals in the area of leadership development, team building, personal growth, customer service, business startups, and education improvement. Through his company and his non-profit organization, the New Generational Leaders Network, he has trained and coached tens of thousands of people across Africa and beyond through in-person conferences, seminars, television, radio webinars, and social media. As a lover and advocate of peace and development, this man currently volunteers with the United Nations Association, Ghana, as its Volta Regional Chairperson. In this role, he works with a very dedicated team to promote the peace and development agenda of the United Nations in the region. He has a passion to help connect people to their potential. Please, if you are glad like I am glad, let us welcome, with a round of applause, our third speaker, Mr. Bismark Tay. Please, round of applause for him.
Good morning. It's a privilege to join you this morning at this very important occasion. And just as the minister has rightly praised Genius IT, I equally want to add my voice and thank the Genius IT for the great work it's doing in the region. Also very proud to say, as a member of the board of directors of Genius IT, I extend the warm wishes of all the other board members for the great work Desmond and his team are doing. We are looking at cybersecurity, creating the awareness and how to protect ourselves whilst we are online. Mr. Kuma and Madam have done very great work in telling us from the health perspective and for children how to keep our children safe online in order to protect their future. When it comes to education, the question is, what is the overall aim of education? All of us here are products of education. The overall aim of education is to first socialize human beings into their societies. And then after the socialization of them, education helps people to be able to have a livelihood. So education is to help us, integrate us into society, and then get us jobs that will earn us money so we can support our lifestyles and our needs. Currently, digitalization has made it very, very possible for a lot of things to happen in the regards of socializing, learning how to integrate into society, and then working to earn money. When it comes to the online space, digitalization or the cyberspace has brought with it enormous opportunity. In the past, before you make research, you should be looking for things like encyclopedia. I don't know how many of our young people in this room have seen an encyclopedia before. How many? From the back, encyclopedia. You see. Because now everything is online. But in those days, I'm not so old, but even in my formative years, I know what an encyclopedia looks like. And just by the number of hands we have seen now, tells us how education is now more accessible to people. It's more flexible to people, and it's more affordable because of digitalization. Right on your phone, on your computer, you can learn from anyone in the world and from anywhere in the world. And so tools such as Coursera, Udemy, edX, Khan Academy, Audacity, Skillshare, YouTube, Reddit, Quora, etc., they are platforms that you can easily acquire knowledge that otherwise you would have been impossible. Looking at where we are in the world, because most of these platforms, they are not based in Africa. But because of the online space, you can have access to this information. In the past, saying that I have a degree, an online degree, even for career professionals, it wasn't something that is recognized by a lot of people, a lot of institutions, a lot of employers. But now, there is no difference. Once you do it, some universities are deliberately even cutting down the physical contact hours so that they could even reach more students. And so digitalization has brought with it enormous opportunity for all of us. No one has an excuse to learning anymore because of the online space, because of the cyber space. And then when it comes to beyond education, all of us interacting with each other, wherever we are. In the past, when somebody helps you or does some good to you, you wake up by our African tradition, Ghanaian tradition. You wake up in the morning, knock on their door, and come and say, "Akbe now, thank you." These days, you can do that by sending a text message in the morning, and it suffices. You do not need to necessarily travel from one place to the other before you check on family. So in terms of connecting, helping us to relate, interact with each other, the cyberspace has provided a huge opportunity again. Social media, Facebook, WhatsApp, X, formerly Twitter, and the rest. For professionals, LinkedIn, where people are getting jobs on LinkedIn. Recently, somebody reached out to me. I thought it was a recommendation. The person is in the UK looking for a consultant to handle a training in Accra. He reached out to me through my WhatsApp, and later it was that he just went on LinkedIn looking for training consultants in Ghana. My name popped up, saw my details, went to my website, then went to Facebook. So he was able to profile me online and decided among all the options, this person can do the work, reached out, and then I went to handle the training for him. So in terms of connecting with people, assuming I don't have an online presence, that opportunity is off. And that is the opportunity that social media has for all of us. How you use it is up to you, and the benefits that it will bring to you. And so, when it comes to even working together, so first, education, where we have the platforms that you can learn from. Secondly, communicating and connecting with each other, where we have social media and its likes. Then, working together. Physical offices are now being broken down. That so many things that in the past we would have to sit one social media and its likes. Then working together. Physical offices are now being broken. That's the AI Bismark Tay slide. Then working together. Physical offices are now being broken. That's the AI Bismark. Oh, it's still on. Can I continue now? Okay. So physical offices, where people have to come together to work. Now, with tools such as Google Doc, where the two of us can be working in office Word. This person is far away, but still, whatever I add, the other sees, I leave my comment, strike out, everything. Google Sheets. So we have collaboration tools available. So even working together, the cyberspace has given us the opportunity to do that more accessibly, cheaper, and more conveniently. And so when it comes to the cyberspace, there are countless opportunities and benefits that come with it. But in as much as it comes with countless opportunities for learning, for us to socialize, learn how to fit into society, learn how to communicate, connect with each other, learn how to work effectively with each other, sin are the threats that it comes with. Which is why we have to talk about how to be secure even in this space. It's like building a big mansion. If you don't take into consideration how to secure that mansion, you will build the mansion, but you will not sleep soundly in the mansion because always there are threats to your safety. There are threats to your property. So when it comes to in the educational space, the threats to this cyberspace, we have threats such as phishing attacks targeting students and staff. People sending emails, pretending to be who they are not, directing you to do A, B, C. On WhatsApp now, people hack others' accounts. Minister was just talking about it. I don't know who else in this room hasn't received that phone call that we are upgrading this, I need your password to do A, B, C. And if you are not smart, you give out the password, they take over everything, go into your WhatsApp groups, then begin to post information, target more people, and that's how it's going. Students, you would expect that students will be smart about things. But just as children can ask smart questions, sometimes they can ask the other way around. So in the school environment too, you would have people who lose guard and then people take over the account. A lot of schools now, their websites are no longer just websites for information. They are websites that have even course materials. You would have to go there to access your books, even some lectures, lecture notes. So imagine somebody else has access to your password and then locks you out of that platform. Then your access to information to learn becomes limited. And that will, in fact, affect how you progress. Then also, data breaches, personal information, student records. Everybody's personal information is personal. It's not supposed to be public. But when a school is, but when there are breaches in a school, then student records, academic records, they can all be exposed. And that can bring issues to the school, legal issues to the school as well, as in terms of discrimination and all of that to the individual students. Now, as majority of people here are young people, I want to conclude by stepping up a conversation Madam has started about cyberbullying. Among the schools, among the youth, it is coming in subtle ways, ways that we are not paying attention to. In the name of violence. People will say early morning violence, and then they throw things out in the public domain. It comes as I'm making fun of somebody, I'm teasing somebody in the name of school life. We say things about people, put people out there, everybody is talking about it. The fact is, every human being is human. Hurting people hurts people. Every human being has feelings. So the next time you want to exhibit that social media violence online, ask yourself, what I'm going to put out about this person. If that is put out about me, how will I feel? Cyberbullying, the victims usually respond one of two ways. They either withdraw, that withdrawal extends to depression, and some even commit suicide. Others, instead of withdrawing, they become more agitated, and then they become perpetrators of the bullying themselves as a defense mechanism. Either way is not right. And so as we are all thinking of ways to keep ourselves safe and secure in the cyberspace, we equally have the responsibility to be mindful of how we make others safe. It is not only how we are safe, but how do we make others safe? So whatever you are doing on the internet, as you are protecting yourself, protect the other person. Your actions and your behaviors shouldn't put other people's cyber life at risk, thereby denying them the opportunities that we can all get. Thank you very much for your attention.